Hey YouTube, Gordon Miller here. Yep, I am back. I am so sorry it's been so long. I missed you guys, and hopefully we'll get some videos out here pretty quick. I've got a bunch of stuff to catch up on. I've been really sick the last couple of weeks, so for me, every now and then I get these really bad sinus infections or lung infections. It takes a while to recover from them. I was sick like that off and on for a couple of years, so anyway, I've got my voice back now, barely. So I apologize. It's still not 100%. So we'll try to get these videos done. So a couple good things to report. I have a whole different setup. So I figured everybody else has got their bookcases in the background, and I don't have them full of books. I've got them full of a bunch of other stuff. So I need to clean those things out too. I see there's all kinds of junk in the cabinets. So the artwork right here is done by a bunch of school kids through the Kennedy Krieger Center, and I'll put a link in the description. There's a lot of great stuff. They work with special needs kids, specifically autistic kids and a bunch of other kids. Amazing stuff. I had a chance to participate with one of my partners working on research for rare diseases. My wife's eye condition is a rare genetic disease, doesn't receive hardly any research money, no real attention, and lots of kids are in that situation as well. So I'm trying to help raise money for the research that goes on. We'll have a bunch of more stuff about that when that comes about. But was at a charity auction for some of the artwork. Amazing pieces, really well done. I mean, all hand painted, paint on canvas, and I'm really very lucky to have that piece in my collection. I did a tour of my office. I have a number of fairly well-known local artists that are being collected by many of the private collections here in town, and really enjoy that. I enjoy rewarding some of the artists. I bought one painting for $5,000 about 10 years ago, and now the paintings are going for about $25,000. So that's good. I mean, it's better than most people's 401k. And but speaking of 401k, I decided to be intellectually honest about the discussion about Bitcoin, and I went ahead and bought some Bitcoin. So I'm going to make another video about that. I wanted this one to be a welcome back, let you know that I'm sorry that I've been out for a couple weeks. I was really sick. I've been recuperating now on the right medication for about a week, and we're about to launch a brand new website at gordonmiller.com. Should be out there probably, if not by December 1st, certainly by the end of the year. We're hoping to get this thing launched pretty quickly. I'm actually going to respond to some of the folks who have wanted to do mentorship and who have wanted to work one-on-one with me, which I haven't done, historically. But I felt that it was important, with the demands that are out there. There's enough of you who find it helpful. I'll give you an example. I had somebody that came to me for some career advice, had an opportunity, he was moving, but he had invested in some shares that he was entitled to, and helped him work through the opportunity. He ended up making $85,000 worth of vested shares that he would have given up if he had moved without that. So, I'm glad I helped him. And I began to realize that particular instance gave me a real understanding of just how much people need help and how I can help them. Now, I didn't charge him for that, and it wasn't my intention of getting paid, for that. But it really did help me understand the fact that I can really help people that really need help, that can really make them or save them a serious amount of money. And I have to say, shout out to my dear friend Loy Macedo. Loy, you had talked about not giving away all of your knowledge for free, and the fact that you charge clients, and my mentors charged me and things like that. So, Loy, you're right. I mean, there's no reason not to provide services. I'll still answer items for free, but you guys know that the stuff has been backing up. I've been as much as a week, 2 weeks, even 3 weeks delayed. And that makes it really tough, because I have to spend almost an entire day going through, several hundred emails, or, a couple hundred, and answering each one. I answer each and every email. And it was important to be able to do that. I feel that it's important to answer every mail message the best I can. But the important thing is that it's I want to be able to provide the kind of one-on-one guidance, even if I'm not going to fund your effort, or even if I'm not going to get a seat on your advisory board, or you're not going to give me any equity, things like that. I get offers like that all the time, and I don't mind. I mean, if you want to give me 5% equity and have me be an advisor, happy to do that. If you want to pay, whatever the rate is, we're working on that now, then I'm happy to help you as well. But, the one example of one kid's got a great opportunity. He's working with a great organization now. He had a even better opportunity somewhere else, but he was going to walk away from $85,000, and I just couldn't. I couldn't let that happen. That just didn't make any sense. So I literally gave him the script to go by, straight line. Said, do this. If you do this, you will end up winning, and he did. And wrote me back, thanked me. But that's the kind of thing that I realize that people run into all the time. And so I want to help people deal with those challenges that I just can't normally do on a day-to-day basis. If that means that I have to be compensated for my time, then so be it. The idea is that you're going to end up benefiting as well, much more than I will. So no matter what I had spent helping this other guy, he made a significant windfall, and that really convinced me that not only that I was right in terms of, and my mentors were right in terms of being able to provide those kind of mentorship services to people who need them, but that but Loy was right that we should begin looking at how we can create a mechanism to be able to do that. Ali Al-Shamsi has set up his Patreon accounts and things like that to help defray some of the cost of doing that and have people have buy-in. I think it's a great idea. I've set up my own Patreon account, but I haven't funded it yet. I've got some good ideas about how we're going to do that. We're working on that now, but I look forward to discussing it. We also have the channel that we set up on Discord, and a bunch of other things that I've been working on with Ali's channel. I've got my own channel as well, so that we can chat one-on-one with folks and begin to have an open dialogue. Ali has had over 100 people in the channel at one time, and it gives people an opportunity to participate. The longest session I was a part of was like 4 hours long. So, and people are coming in from all over the world. So there are some people that seem to stay logged in almost 24 hours a day. So you never know what's going to show up or who's going to show up. So it really is a good opportunity. So a lot of good changes, a lot of stuff coming, and we've been really busy working on what the next generation of opportunities are. We still have our private debt instrument piece. I'll create a blog post for that. We've got a 20% return over a 2-year period, 50,000, 100,000, 150,000, and so on. Worth of buy-in, returning 60,000, 120,000, and 180,000 on that. So good solid return of principal, return of interest, and where else are you going to get a guaranteed solid 20% return? You're not going to. But anyway, I look forward to talking more about things. I've got a new video conferencing platform via the folks at Hello. We'll probably be using some of that more. I'd like to see, have an unlimited number of people that can participate in that. I've got some thoughts on the iPhone X. I've got some thoughts on the new Pixel 2. I've got lots of things that I want to share. So for me, it's an opportunity to both get caught up as well as begin to cover a lot of these topics. So today I've got almost the whole day free. I've got a meeting coming up here in about 8 minutes. New Series 3 Apple Watch with built-in cellular. I'll have a profile of some of that. Also, I'm down 30 pounds from my height of 329 pounds. I'm down to 298 pounds. So I lost 30 pounds in the last about 40 days. So found a great strategy for that, and going to continue to work on that, and I'll have a video about all that. But really, I just wanted to, since it had been 2 or 3 weeks or more since I posted, I had a birthday in there. I'm now 53. My wife had a birthday, so I wanted to kind of reintroduce the channel and myself, and talk about what we're doing coming up, and let you know kind of where we're at. So anyway, those are the kind of things we're working on right now. In the description, the Kennedy Krieger Institute, phenomenal group. If you can donate, $1, $5, it goes to help kids with special needs, and they do an amazing job. I'll put some information and link to their stuff in the description. I'll begin linking my Discord channel and a bunch of other stuff as well. But right now, I'm going to focus on different videos for different purposes. Thought we'd get a different perspective here. Got the bookcase in the background rather than the looking out the window or down my down there. If I want to, I can pan around and see the rest of my my bookcases and things like that. But whatever. I've got a bunch of great stuff to share, and should be back here sharing more of that. For everybody who has provided emails to ideas@g3.com, thank you. We've been well over 6,000 for a while now. I think we're up to probably 7,000 now, and the quality continues to get better. I'm also going to make a PDF. This has been something that's been requested for a long time. You guys have asked, about the perfect pitch deck and why I don't just provide an example for you guys to follow. So you know what? I'm going to do it. And in fact, I may use my Patreon account. If you sign up on Patreon, I'll send you the PDF, or you'll be able to download it from our website at gordonmiller.com as we relaunch the new website, something like that. But I want people to understand what the framework and the benefit is in the pitch deck category. And the problem is that I actually bought a couple of books that are out there, and they're horrible. I don't know who in the world wrote these books or how many deals they reviewed or anything, but the books written on the perfect pitch decks are horrible. Absolutely horrible. Guy Kawasaki's book, The Art of the Start, still the best 10 slides. I'm not a huge fan of, huge, 60-point type, but generally the content and the structure of what he has, I think, is very good. I have another video about the perfect pitch deck. I think it's video 19. So take a look at that. But I'm going to go ahead and begin putting my own book together, and then I'm going to do the electronic version with examples and stuff like that to provide to you guys. It's the least I can do. If the quality of the submissions can be better, it's better for me. It's easier to evaluate, and so after almost a year of doing this, it makes sense to try and figure that out. I also have, my office here is about 1,100 square feet. As I begin doing some more of these videos, there's been a huge demand for more of this, so I'm going to do some more. And I've got a separate space from my regular office that's just adjacent to here. And I think I'm going to go ahead and turn that into some studio space, do the whole blank wall thing and things like that. So that way we can do some more technology unboxing and stuff like that. I've got some technology unboxing coming up today. I've got some products that I would need to review and things like that. So stay tuned. We're going to have a lot more videos, and just wanted to hit the highlights. That way you guys can look forward to that. A lot of content coming. I'll probably end up posting one thing a day in order to be able to do that. I noticed that Loy Macedo made a video saying, he's got like 4,000 videos, and he's been on for 4 years, and he's got a lot of great content. I love his stuff. And he was sharing how much he made via YouTube, and I'll do the same thing. I think that that's a good thing. Ironically, he's only made like $140, so I don't know what the issue is with all that content. Maybe it's not being monetized properly or something. But I've only got 60 videos that's up there now, and not all of them are monetized. and I've made over $160 already just in the last 6 months that I've been monetizing stuff. A lot of the stuff was up there before and wasn't being monetized. So so anyway, Loy, if I know we've been looking to get together. I'm sorry I've been sick, but I'd love to chat with you. I'd love to figure out why the monetization isn't working for you. I'm curious about that because you have a lot. I mean, you have 6 years worth of people watching this stuff. I mean, that's an amazing number. But for some reason, you're not getting the money that you should be getting out of that. So let's figure out what that is. I mean, it took me a while. When I got banned for being very actively outspoken against Loy originally about 3 or 4 months ago, they took all of my money out of my my YouTube account. At that point, it was only like $140, but I actually did some research and I was optimizing my monetization strategy, and I was able to then make $160 now in the 4 months since they cleaned out my account. So if you should be able to make at least $100 a month or $100 every 3 months, and so I'm not sure why 4 years. I mean, you should have been making over $1,000 or more by now. So, but let's take a look at that. I'd like to know more about what's happening for the monetization thing. And I may even share some of the monetization strategies that I have that's been working so well for me. I know that there's not a whole lot of videos out there about that. I'm not sure why. I mean, I don't know that it's a secret, but if you guys are going to watch the videos, then and hey, we certainly appreciate you guys watching the ads and appreciate the opportunity to make a few bucks. I haven't made a whole bunch of money off of it. That wasn't my intention. My intention is just simply to experiment with the revenue streams from social media. I don't expect to make $1 million a year. Be nice. I don't know why Jake Paul makes millions of dollars a year. It's unbelievable to me what people will watch. So anyway, all right. Well, this is Gordon Miller. I appreciate it very much. I ended up rambling on for a lot longer than I expected to. I appreciate you hanging in there. If you hung in until now, wanted to give you a good overview of what we're going to have coming up. So we're going to finish out the month of November. I'm headed next week to. Whoops. I'm headed out next week to meet with Ali Al-Shamsi in New York City, Black Friday, November 24th, 25th. So I'll be in New York City for a little over 24 hours, and look forward to meeting anybody who wants. We'll have some kind of mechanism set up that will figure out who, if somebody wants to join us or somebody wants to, be where we're going to be or something like that, then that's fine. So, we're trying to figure out what the agenda and schedule is and how to get the word out. But believe me, you guys we'll probably put it the blog on Quora or something like that, or post something. I'll post a video once I get to New York. And so anyway, I appreciate it, guys. Hang in there. Peace.